When it comes to buying woodworking tools, guys, we all know that resources are endless. You can find these things in store, online, garage sales, that kind of stuff. And it can be quite daunting to figure out exactly where to get it and where to save some money. Well, today we're going to check out some Amazon woodworking tools that are going to keep you on that budget. Let's check them out. Now, everything I'm going to have in this video today, I'll leave a link in the description so you can check those out for yourself if you want to pick these up. So one of the first things I think you'll need when it comes to woodworking is a good square. Now, my preference, if I'm going to buy one above any of them, it's going to be these machinist squares. Not to say that you're going to be in a machine shop doing woodworking, but it's, in my opinion, one of the most accurate squares you can get. And if later on you decide you want to, buy some different type squares, these are a good one to reference your new squares off of, just to make sure they are accurate, because I definitely have bought some that were not square. Now, this particular set I got here was made by Shockbox. For the price, it was kind of hard to pass up just buying a set, but certainly you can buy just one of these at a time if that's the way you'd prefer to do it. But for the price of a set of 4, you couldn't go wrong with that one. And there's a lot of good things these are used for, in my opinion. Keeping your workpieces good and square, marking that 90-degree cut across. Also, aligning your table saw blade, making sure that's 90 so you get a good accurate cut, as well as making sure the fence on your joiner is good and square. And any other tools you've got in the shop that needs to stay square, your bandsaw, drill press, any of those things. And for those reasons, I can't recommend these enough. So up next, one of the most vital things you can know about any project you're doing is the moisture content of that wood. And that's why I think a moisture meter is one of the best things you can have in your workshop. Now, this particular one is sent to me by Eric Hill, and I think it's an exceptional one. This particular one is a pinless, which means basically you lay it on the surface of the wood. It gives you a reading and tells you how wet that one is. They've also had the pin style, in which you just put those 2 pins into the wood, and then it gives you a reading off of that. So a couple great options as far as moisture meters go. If you're interested in this one, I also have a discount code for that one. I'll put it up on the screen and down below in the description. Up next, you can't beat a good set of chisels, and one of my favorites is a good Japanese style chisel. Now, if I had to pick any out of everything I've got, I would take these over everything. I like the look and feel of them. They're a good strong metal. The metal itself from the chisel are actually 2 different types of metal fused together, where you get one on the edge here that's going to hold an edge a lot longer and stay sharper. And that's going to allow you to be able to chop down through wood or do some fine paring work, all with the same chisel. So up next, to go right along with those chisels, is a good mallet. This particular one is Tay Tools. What I like about this one, it's good and light, but yet it's strong enough to beat down on those chisels when you're doing some heavy chopping. Feels good in the hand. Now, the good thing about this particular mallet, this piece right here, I guess it'll be plastic of some sort, but they're very strong. But if time comes and you ever break that thing, bust it, knock a chip out of it or whatever, this thing comes apart very easily, so that you could always order a new one and replace it, and you don't have to buy the whole mallet just to get that piece again. Now, last but certainly not least, I've kind of been late to the game as far as dust collection goes, and it's really been on my mind here lately to get healthier in the wood shop. And so I picked out this one. And if I knew the price was this cheap, I would have done this a long time ago. But this was a Peachtree brand. If you look that up on Amazon, it comes with 10 foot of hose, several adapters. I think there's like 6. Now the only downfall with my particular shop vac, it has a very large hose, and so I did actually end up having to find a piece of hose to go on the largest adapter that would fit on the hose. But once I've done that, it fits perfect. Let me show you how this thing works. Naturally, you're not going to tell this unless you've used it yourself, but I can tell immediately when I use this thing that was taking a lot of that sawdust away. You used to, this table would be completely covered with sawdust by the time I sanded that thing, and now it's almost non-existent, and that board is, butter smooth. This little dust collection set, I can't recommend that one enough either. Definitely check that one out. So there you have it, guys. I've went over 5 tools here that I think are worth checking out on Amazon to save that budget. Now, usually I go over a pros and cons list, but to be honest with you, looking at each one of these, I can't really think of any cons. The chisels, you're going to have to sharpen them, of course, but that's with pretty much any brand of chisels you get. The moisture meter, nothing bad to say there, other than replacing the batteries or something. The mallet, the worst thing I could think of if you're doing like I am and working out of a shop that is not air conditioned or heated. In wintertime, that thing's going to be hard to hang on to. It's going to be so cold. Same with the machinist squares here. And if you're, interested in doing wood projects, I definitely recommend checking out the dust collection set for your sander. Save those lungs. So that's going to do it, guys. We're at the end of this video. Hope you like these tools. It's something you're interested in. Like I said, I'll leave a link to all of these in the description. Also, I've got the discount code on the moisture meter. I'll put in there as well. If you like this video, please click like. That helps the video spread around to other people and they get some views. It's kind of frustrating. I know it does for a lot of YouTubers that does these videos and then it doesn't go anywhere just because of maybe some keywords or thumbnails that maybe people aren't interested in when they put their hard work into it. So I appreciate that like. Subscribe if you haven't, because you can see more videos just like this one. Also, if you would, click that little bell. You'll know every time I upload a video. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I sure do appreciate you watching. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.